What the heck is up, guys? This is a brand new show, The Scam Hammer. It'll be a weekly show that we'll bring to you starting now. Okay, so you guys want to make some money? Huh? Look at all this money I made. All you got to do is put a couple $1,000s in this website, this platform, and trust me, they're totally safe, legit, and trustworthy. All you got to do is give them your money, and they'll give you a little bit, here and there for allowance, some spending money. But I promise you they won't take all your money in the end. And you should trust me because I'm a YouTuber and I have a lot of followers. Okay, guys. So I'm not a scammer, obviously, guys. I'm your favorite YouTuber, right? Bringing you all the unbiased views, doing research for you, bringing you facts, bringing you all sorts of wisdom. Guys, I was up this morning and I started making this video because I promised it to you. So I had to end up doing a live stream of it because it would just take too long and I wouldn't get it out on Sunday like I promised if I recorded it. I did end up recording it, but then editing it would take me, another 2 hours. But despite that, it took me another 2 hours anyways getting this live stream ready because it's almost like pre-editing, especially when I do it the way I want to do it and trying to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. Okay, so I wrote a script for this video. I don't usually do that. I'm not the best person to write because I just go on and on and on and on and on. And I tried to cut this down and get you the facts. I was going to go on more about BitConnect, but I didn't because, part of the reason I decided to jump this show ahead of schedule and do it first, I have a couple other shows planned as well, is because of the BitConnect exit scam. So let me shut my mouth, my opinions up and just read you what I have for this video and my presentation that I've gotten together for you. It's going to be very exciting. Stay till the end, please, guys, and comment down below, hit the like, let us know if you find anything as well, and we're going to put all sorts of links down below as well as our Twitter, and hopefully create a website very soon, to put all this information and lists and things like that for you guys. So this is a cryptocurrency channel, so I'll be focusing on crypto scams. Scams are becoming harder to spot in most cases and looking and feeling more sophisticated. Although even when they are known scams or even straight out admit they are a scam, a joke, or a way to make money, people still invest. They can promise you huge profits, especially when most people will never cash out those profits. You give them real money and something scarce, and they give you in return promises, value on paper, paper profits, or an arguably less valued token or valueless token that they just created millions of. The growth in technology, bots, internet connecting people all over the world, and other things is making scammers' jobs easier, more efficient, and you can pay to make your scam look like the best, most legit ICO or token out there. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple of scams, what I mean here. This is eBits. And eBits was a fork of Zcash, but it was created by a group of hackers. Supposedly some sort of European or Australian hackers, and they admitted they were hackers, didn't show their identity, but they have an amazing, amazing graphics, an amazing animated logo for this project, and you'd think it was off the chain. You'd want to invest just looking at these graphics and marketing. What is this? Well, this, my friends, this right here is ETH Connect. So one of the more stunning graphics of projects, but yet again, not very well of a project, not very well run. I tested out some of these scams, and I put some money in ETH Connect about 2 months ago, and I still haven't received that value in my account. Yes, there's a transaction somewhere, but it has never arrived in my balance on the account. There's no support on the website. You have to go to Telegram to talk to anybody. There's no, no one on social media to talk to except this Telegram group. That's where the support is. And, this, I don't know what else has been going on. They had a long ICO, raised tons of money due to the fact that they played off of BitConnect's success, right? And Ethereum is a very popular cryptocurrency. So this, many people invested in this just to sell it after the ICO. They said might as well get in early and profit off of this scam. And it's turned out to live up to our expectations as a scam. What the hell is this? This is the super cool, awesome money.com website. The symbol, token symbol, is scam. And look, they're telling you right on the website, this is a scam. And we could go more in depth into this, but I want to make this a short video. We'll do a more in-depth review of this and BitConnect and other, scams in our next episode or part 2 to this episode. There's just so much to cover. So that's the marketing that is being done on some of these scams that really are just copies of BitConnect or just playing off the fact that people invest in scams. Super cool, awesome money is like, why don't we tell people it's a scam if people are already investing in scams anyways? And I think this is kind of a test. It's kind of a social experiment. Super cool, awesome money. To see who invests, if people invest, and how successful it becomes. And, could be inspired by BitConnect and BitConnect's recent, screwing everybody over. So, one of the questions I get asked all of the time by my family and anybody who still watches television, that sounds like a weird word because nobody uses it anymore. Television, when you just say that word television, it seems like an old technology from the past. But a lot of old people, the only reason these old technologies are still around, like banks, television, is because old people are comfortable with it and they need it to live their lifestyle. But once they're gone, bye-bye. A lot of these things are going to change. And they already are starting to change, and, we're slowly getting older people on board with these newer technologies. So people that watch television ask me all the time, can't people steal your Bitcoin? I guess they have been warning people, but not educating them on mainstream media. Just 1 second here. So they come out thinking it's Bitcoin that's unsafe. And that bugs me, because anybody who actually wants to understand and educate themselves can. The information's out there. There's tons of amazing videos on YouTube, although there are lots of opinionated or promoting scam videos as well, or promoting Ponzi schemes and things like that. But there are some good hidden gems down there. Speaking of gems, it's one of the ICOs that I hope I don't miss out on. I'm going to follow that very closely. They help find hidden gems in data. But anyways, they never listen or want to hear when I explain to them that Bitcoin is secure. And it's what you do with the Bitcoin that's really important. Here in Canada, we get many scams because our authorities do nothing about it most times. I recently watched a documentary about a Ponzi scheme, basically blatantly ripping people off. The guy went to authorities, they did nothing, so what he did was make a documentary. In 2016, people lost $284,000 to crypto scams. Sorry, that's 2015. And in 2016, it rose to 1.7 million, up about 5 times. So I'm afraid to look at 2017's numbers because I've been involved in 2 scams now in 2017. So I imagine all the other people out there that are also into them. And I heard there was a lady on the news where I live talking about how she got scammed with Bitcoin online. Now, I don't know if that has to do with one of these, lending platforms, but you never know. So, the longer you have been in cryptocurrency, using and researching it, the more you will make good decisions. Like anything, if you're new, you will make bad decisions. The whole fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, we can't get fooled again.
So, we are on to you scammers, and you better watch out, or you will get the scammer hammer. This is my scammer hammer, and I'm coming for you scammers. That's not a threat, it's a joke. We want to make this show fun, entertaining, yet educational. I know most of you probably dropped out of school, like myself, and hate being lectured. So I'll try to do my best not to be like that boring teacher that made you fall asleep in class. Guys, I'm trying. You should get up, do a couple jumping jacks, do some air boxing, and then come back and watch the rest of this video because it's going to be interesting. So, we would probably be able to cover 365 crypto scams in a year, but I don't have the time to do that. And like I said, today making this video, it took up my whole day. Guys, I didn't even have time to walk my freaking dog. I've been so busy, and once I start a project, I finish it. So at least I try to now. I'm getting better at that. So yeah, I know that once you stop, once you go do something else, good luck getting back into it, right? So if I did a video about every scam there is out there, it would take up every second of every day of my whole life. So we're going to try to focus on the biggest and most successful scams.
And let me tell you that I am actually earning around $1,400 on an everyday basis, 7 days a week. What? I am saying to so many people who said that this was going to be a con artist game, that this was going to be a scammer game. Hey, you're going to lose all your money. My wife still doesn't believe in me. I'm telling him, well, honey, listen, this is real. No. That's a scam. So guys, let me tell you, I love Big Connect.
And guys, that's the type of marketing, the type of, they probably paid this guy $1 million to get, practice that Big Connect. And I wonder what his wife thinks about him now. Just like, people in my life, I was ashamed to tell them, and I avoided telling them or asking them their input on things like BitConnect because I knew what they were going to say. They were going to think I was, mentally challenged for investing in something like that. I wanted to, test it out and prove, if it succeeded, then, open up to people. But you never want to admit you made bad decisions or risky decisions like this, especially if they're more likely going to lose your money than not. So, seriously, I doubt people understand just how many of these well-marketed, promising, and seemingly desirable scams that are really just wolves in sheep's clothing. So we will share many of them with you in each video. Maybe do some scam baiting, do contests for those who can get the scammers to unknowingly reveal themselves or to scam the scammers. Maybe we'll have bounties for that. And speak with people who have been scammed on this show. If you or a friend have been victim to one of these, YouTubers or other scammers who try to lure you in and force you almost into these Ponzi schemes, then share that. If you get one of these scammers to snap on you, share that with us. Try to get the evidence. And it could be fun to, ask questions and scam bait these platforms. They always have a chat box and things like that. So why not take advantage of it? Ask questions. See what kind of answers you get before you invest. And this is what many of us should have been doing. And many people did, look up the phone numbers of where they said they were located, call the buildings, and things like that. And there's a great, couple people on YouTube that do investigative research like that. And I am, doing that kind of stuff every once in a while. But it's very, time consuming, and it takes a lot of effort into, making a video where you actually did research, where you actually put together a presentation. And not a lot of YouTubers do it. If you or a friend have one of so if you or a friend reveal, one of these YouTubers or scammers, find secrets, reveal their true self that they're not showing in public, or just want to expose their tactics, this can be a good place for you to do that and share your evidence. Ultimately, once we get enough info, interviews, and contributors, as well as, people on our team with some skills, good community together, we can make a documentary about crypto scams. And, there's a time limit here. We don't want to wait too long. We want this to still be fresh in people's minds. So, I'll be focusing on this project, a lot. And if you guys want to focus on something like this with me too, let me know right away, because we got to get working. And I can't do it alone, guys. I did this video alone. Usually it would take a whole team to create a video like this, and I couldn't even do it properly all in one day. I would have liked to edit this afterwards and you know, have it a little bit more professional, shorter, and things like that. But I ended up doing a live stream because, you know, I could use either an editor, a host, you know, a writer for these scripts. But I'm doing it all myself, so I know how much work it is to do something like this all yourself. And if I were to take on a big project like this, I would definitely have to have some people willing to help. So if you have any info, stories, skills, or footage to share, please do so. So moving on. So this year, we will be creating exciting original shows like this one. So Netflix, I hope you're watching. Here we come. Give us a call, because we're creating an interesting show about cryptocurrency scams. You know, what better to be on Netflix? They will get better with each episode, and we will be collaborating more and putting more money into the shows as we start seeing good feedback. If no one's watching, we're not going to create you know, valuable content if no one's watching it, right? So this is why I think I started doing some ads, but it kind of blew up in my face. And, you know, because of the way credit cards and payments and things are now today. And I lost my account because my name wasn't on it, and I tried to pay with my credit card. But we'll get back on our feet and we'll do some ads, and then we'll have, you know, a bigger community. We'll reach more people, because I'm sure people will be interested in this. So in the meantime, share it with anybody you know. If you have a channel, if you have social media, share this stuff, you know. It's good stuff. So this week, we saw one of the most popular top crypto coins of 2017 on the top, you know, 50 and maybe even higher at some points on CoinMarketCap. Pull a fast one and basically sabotage its loyal users, making it the most sophisticated, damaging, and controversial exits. BitConnect.
And let me tell you that
And with millions of new users per month, and even, you know, this huge marketing scheme where they had music videos and things like that, these, you know, presentations, concerts. At one point, they got all these vehicles, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and drove them all around with BitConnect stickers on them and did a marketing video. You know, when you're taking people's money, you can do these types of things when you're taking everyone's savings. So they showed off their wealth frequently, you know, to suck people in. This is typical of a Ponzi scheme. And even paid for all this stuff that I mentioned. Videos were taking over YouTube suggested videos. And people assumed they were just, and people assumed the haters, the people that warned them about the scam, were just envious people looking for they assumed that these people were just envious that they were making money, right? And people that were looking for cryptocurrency info could not get away from this BitConnect marketing in their face all the time. They had YouTube ads and things like that. So Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, even warned us. And here it is. So this young genius, this is his tweet replying to somebody. Yeah, if 1% a day is what they offer, then it's a Ponzi scheme. And people still didn't listen, right? So whose fault is it? Even Vitalik, the mastermind behind Ethereum, posted a tweet saying if any crypto promises 1% per day, is probably a scam. People wrote these claims and opinions off as envy and invested more as the platform gained their trust. People frequently defended BitConnect, and even still those YouTubers who made $1 million plus in commissions in months say it made them rich and helped them have a better life. Yeah, the ones at the top that took out ads showing off their lifestyle due to BitConnect and trying to lure more subscribers and outsiders caused this to quickly gain viral attention. So, I'm not going to say much more about BitConnect. Guys, I had a whole section written about BitConnect and realized it would just drag this video on. And I decided to put it in the next video and part 2. Actually, this video is already getting long, just this intro. And, you know, I'm getting better and better. And I'm going to have a timer in front of me when I start doing these videos just to, you know, get me to rush more. So I'm actually going to have to do this in a 3-part video. This being the introduction. So many people, news sites, videos, and even government agencies warned of this. The centralized lending platform did it in a way to take out billions of dollars, but also promise that they will regain value as they will be accepted on the new platform. Also, many holders of BitConnect feel stuck investing in their new idea, BitConnect X. Because it's the only place you can spend them. It's the only place they have value. Even some exchanges are not allowing your BitConnect to show up. You know, maybe in conspiracies and you know, doing this because BitConnect is you know, giving them incentive to. Who knows? BitConnect has, from the beginning, has not wanted people to be able to sell their coins if the price drops to a certain amount. So at this point, people can only get value in this if they buy this new BitConnect X coin. So you just, you know, put an X after it, change the color scheme, create a new website, and start taking more money, right? They didn't get enough. They have to do it again. They took billions and billions of dollars. Guys, this was the most successful Ponzi scheme, one of the most successful cryptocurrencies there was in 2017. And people just helped to get there. Really, the only thing, you know, valuable in something like BitConnect is you. It's the community. Right? So it's comparable to what happens to people when a stock is deliberately sold off secretly by its team due to them seeing trouble ahead or opportunity. This is illegal. And it was less of an exit scam and more like the 2008 market crashes, the very thing Bitcoin set out to avoid. But again, there is a reason BitConnect is worth what it is. Or sorry, there's a reason Bitcoin is worth what it is. And the most valuable cryptocurrency out there. Because it has built-in security against deflation, against corruption, against censorship, and it cannot be taken down. This is where BitConnect proved itself to not be a true cryptocurrency. And Bitcoin will always have a use, a value, and just because BitConnect sounds like Bitcoin doesn't mean it is, or doesn't mean it's similar or good or valuable. There's also a saying I heard a lot in reference when people did reviews of BitConnect. If it looks, feels, and smells like a scam, it probably is. So even on their website, you know, they had a typical pyramid there, and you know, even the creator of BitConnect was anonymous, kept a self-secret. So it really was a big pyramid, and all these people, even, you know, Carlos going, BitConnect, they were underneath. They were making a lot of money because they were, you know, high up to the top of the pyramid. And these are the only people that made a lot of money, the people at the top, the top couple levels. And some YouTubers managed to get up there to those top couple levels because of their influence and because they got in at the right time. Now they're promoting another Ponzi scheme. They'll always just move on to the next one. It's up to us to unsubscribe to these people if we don't like them, if we don't approve of what they did to lots of innocent people, ruining their lives. And it's up to us to not, choose who we want to watch and who we don't. This is what I said. You are the only thing valuable in that coin. You bringing money into that coin made it valuable. Yeah, it was a genius idea. I'm not going to lie there. BitConnect was very original, and it was the first to use this model, and where they made hundreds of times what you gave them. Usual Ponzi schemes are just taking what they gave them, and this is why I don't see why they took it down the platform, because they could have easily made tons of profit and still paid everybody out, but it's because of the crash in Bitcoin has something to do with that. And the fact that they saw, it wasn't going to last forever. Basically, just over a year is how long it lasted. And then they created a new project, decided, this is typical with Ponzi schemes and scams. Get rid of the old one and go on to a next one. There's always someone who you can scam. We just need to educate ourselves and do more research, and ultimately we will become expert cryptocurrency investors and traders. But the beginning is always rough, especially with some YouTubers. It's like the elephant in the room, right? They won't mention the word scam. The elephant in the room. That's why I wore this shirt for this video, because you feel that way with on a few people's YouTube channels. They just won't go there. They're very biased, only look at it one way, and they're still defending BitConnect after they took everybody's money. They're still saying, oh, it will regain value. And yeah, probably will regain value. I'm not going to lie about that. It will regain some value, but it doesn't defeat the purpose of what they did was wrong. It was against what they promised, and they did it everything they could to take as much money from you as possible. The fact that they paid you out in BitConnect coin when they're supposed to pay you out in US dollar amount, if they paid you out in US dollar amount, you would still have the proper amount of money. You wouldn't have lost anything. But since they paid you out in BitConnect and then started selling off BitConnect, crashed the price of BitConnect, they took all that money with them. And this is what makes me believe it was a scam and that they had bad intentions. The reasons they're saying they did this was due to bad press, bad public opinions, and 2 cease and desist letters from 2 states in the US. But they had websites for all around the world that, they accepted money from people all around the world. They had different websites for different areas, different nations, different locations, and they could have just taken down, the US aspect, or just not sold to a couple people in these states. This was a justification, an excuse. They saw this as an opportunity to say, this is why we shut it down. They jumped on the opportunity. The people that run BitConnect, whoever runs it, takes advantage of opportunities very well and takes advantage of situations and is always very quick on their feet to make the next move. So I didn't want to talk about BitConnect a lot, and just want to say one more paragraph and then we'll end this video and you can come back for part 2. Especially with some YouTubers, because people will not mention the word scam or defend these scams and promote them. They would make less money if they showed the risks involved, right? I had to think about this in my channel. I was thinking about trying to monetize it. I can't put ads on it. I'm doing this for free. I haven't made 1 cent off this channel yet, guys. if you want to donate, you know, I'm doing this out of my own pocket and out of my own time. Like I said, I'm wasting day after day after day. It's not wasting. If it was wasting, I wouldn't be doing it. This is my passion. This is actually helping me create something and growth and learning things and becoming a better cryptocurrency investor and trader myself, because I have to do research for you guys, so I learn lots while I do that. But I could be doing way more profitable things with my time. And I've had to think about, am I going to talk about BitConnect and, you know, the truth about it, and you know, call it maybe a scam, and, you know, expose certain things, or because if I did that, I wouldn't be able to profit off of it as easily, and I'd be ruining my chances to make a lot of money like these other YouTubers. I decided to just tell the truth, to be transparent. I don't need the money that bad. I'm humble. If I got enough money to survive, I got some investments in crypto where I can grow that in time, I'm happy. So they would make less money, right? And they know this. They're consciously choosing to, you know, ignore that information, you know, where people call it scams, or they're consciously choosing to bash people that call it a scam and justify why it's not. And ultimately feel that they are protected if they mention a quick disclaimer that they are not financial advisors. When you dig deeper and actually ask them the right questions, scammers usually give themselves away. Do not be lured in by their apparent success. Again, when you're taking many people's money and life savings, you can make your operation seem legit by spending some of that money and ultimately pay for followers and likes and things like that. Why do you think a lot of these YouTubers do giveaways? They're paying for you to watch them so that other people watch them and, you know, ultimately get sucked in and make this investment choice that ends up making these YouTubers a lot of money, but the person who invested ends up broke in the end. Look what happened. It's so obvious now that it's a pyramid scheme, is it not? You always have good hindsight. Me personally, I tried to take my initial investment out as soon as possible, but I had money in there since about September, August maybe, so about 6 months, and I would have needed like 8 months to make my money back, 10 months. So they didn't stick around long enough for the big wave of people to get their money back. And they realized what they were doing. They knew they would make the most amount of money if they left now, because it was starting to slow down the new visitors, the new users, right? So I am going to do a more in-depth video about BitConnect if this wasn't already good enough. I wasn't planning on talking about it this much, but there's just so much to talk about. But there is a lot of you know, information, details, and updates and facts that I want to share. So I'll probably do that in part 3 to this video. Part 2, we're going to stop here in a second and go to part 2. But it's going to be the top, I think there's 7 things. Top 7 reasons why we get scammed. All right, guys, we'll see you on that video.
Check the OP, what did he do? Gas in his bag so they go to the moon. Spent half an eighth, I got a million coins like the real McCoy. You know I feel that joy, cause if it goes to $1, I won't believe my luck. And now 10 on my Lambos for me and my friends.